we can start with sitting. You can put your brick and sit on a brick. And try to just relax and lift the chest. So let's close our eyes. And just relax the weight of the body. So the legs are heavy, and the sitting bones and the hips very heavy. Relaxing down. And then your spine kind of grows, stretches a little bit, and chest opens. And then again, the shoulders are relaxing, and the hands and the arms are very heavy and relaxed. And now just notice your breath and give it more space to flow. Really, chest is just like moving with the breath. You can enjoy the simple movement. Now let's make a breath even a little longer. So it takes a little longer to inhale and feel the comfortable expansion, right? So it's like, it is expansion, but it's not forcing. And then like relaxing it also slowly. Now we're going to bring some simple movements. Let's also warm up the spine a little bit. So first, just start like doing the movement with the head, just chin down and then gently chin up, like very slow. You're not trying to extend the muscles of the neck. You are just like making it even more comfortable in the brain. And you're relaxing the shoulders and any tension that there may be in the neck area. And now this movement can go a little bit more further. So when you're lifting your chin up, your chest goes a little bit forward and shoulders down. And then when the chin goes in, the chest also goes a little bit back. So the movement moves to the upper part of the spine as well. It's still slow and comfortable. And it's full of breath. Okay, and now let's engage the full, let's say, length of the spine. So you're kind of like moving from all the way down to stretch, open, up to the neck, and then slowly rolling back. Even your belly goes in when you go a little bit backwards. And then again grow. So you're still just enjoying the movement. And you're seeing how, the comfortable breath and comfortable movement is actually really healing, right? Okay, and then slowly move into the center. And now let's warm up the spine, you know how we do, left and right. So we're just going to walk with our left arm a little bit to the side. And then start with moving your head like ear towards the shoulder. And then back up. And again, just a couple of times. Your eyes can be closed so you can really stay very comfortable. And now the next time we are lifting the other arm, the right arm up, and kind of stretching even more into the spine. Inhale here. And then exhale, the arm goes down and the head kind of goes to the center. And then again, with the arm, the spine goes to the side and the head. You can always add the breath to the moment in your movement, which is the most opening, right? So when we are lifting the arm and when we open the chest, we inhale. And it's kind of like a dance, right? It's just really slow and comfortable. And last one, just stretch open. And come to the center and slowly move to the other side. Relax the left arm and just move the head first. Just the head going slowly towards the shoulder and a little bit back up. Chest is always a little bit up rather than in. Okay, and then let's open up the other arm over the ear. Stretch, inhale, and then slowly relax the arm and lift the head a little bit, and then again. So you really just enjoy. And one more time, you can inhale and stretch your arm over, open up the side of the chest, and then come to the center, and we can go and lift to our palms and knees. And we'll just continue with this very healing, gentle movement. So of course, it's very nice to start with the cat-cow. So just very slowly, right? We're waking up all these subtle, energy bits. You just curl and open. You can close your eyes and stay in the way that, the movement is bringing comfort to the body. And then let's lower the elbows down and continue with the same movement here, rolling in and opening up, still very slow. Keep yourself feeling that your breath is like a wave and it's passing through the body, through all the cells, and the movement is just enhancing the breath. Okay, let's bring ourselves back up to our palms. And bring our left arm a little bit more to the center. We're going to do the rounds with the right arm. So you're opening the right arm with your elbow up, and then you stretch from the lower arm, from the left one, and really open the chest and make like a really big circle and then down, okay? So just a nice big circle, really warm up deep into the shoulder, into the chest. So just repeat, right? The elbow is leading the movement, and then opening and breathe. You can do it very slow. You can breathe a couple of breaths on the way up and then down. Okay, and then let's just change the side. Hand is going down. The elbow of the left arm is lifting up. And then over to open the shoulder and down. So you're like doing the self-massage. You can be like very gentle. Don't go through the pain if there's any pain. Just like make it softer, right? Okay. Let's bring the palm down and then sit back to our heels. And here we're going to do the circle with the arms. But we can do very slow. So really there's no hurry. It's just even more this mobility of energy. So hands in front of our heart. And this is where like the hands touch the heart, and this one peaceful spot that we make, right? The moment of the hands touching the heart. It's said that's the moment like of truth, right? And peace. So exhale. And then inhale, hands are going forward and up, and we like stretch the spine a little bit with a smile. And then exhale, hands go 90 degrees to the side. Remember this. And then inhale, elbows back, shoulder blades together, like really bring the shoulder blades strongly together. And then exhale, release the arms back. And here again, we have the wave. Hands are going backwards, chest forwards, and stretch open. And then exhale, hands are going forward, and you curl the upper spine and chin in. Bring the hands together, and then inhale in between the shoulder blades. And then exhale again. Bring the hands in front of the heart in the peaceful spot of the truth of our heart. Okay, let's repeat. So exhale here. Inhale, open and stretch the wave. Exhale, elbows 90 degrees. Inhale, bringing the shoulder blades together. This is a little bit of strength. And then exhale, releasing them down, interlace the fingers. From here, it's again just the wave through the spine, and inhale, open. And And then exhale, roll the upper back and just bring the hands together. Chin down and inhale in between the shoulder blades, like you want to inhale into the back of the lung, back side of the lungs. And then just bringing the hands in front of the heart. Again, the peaceful spot. Let's do one more circle. So we exhale here and inhale, open and curl all the way through the spine. Exhale, hands, elbows to the side. Inhale, shoulder blades to one another. And interlace the fingers back. Nicely stretch and open. And then curl. Bring the palms together. Inhale in between the shoulder blades. And exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale in that spot where the hands are touching the heart. The heart is really the place where there is no wound, there is no ego, right? So we can rest there. And then, our wounds show up when we are like maybe in some situations, but we can always come back to our heart and rest. And heart has this power to heal. Okay, let's come back to our palms and all four. And we're just doing this twist here. So right arm is going to go under the left. Just roll all the way and relax yourself on the shoulder and the head on the other arm. So your hips are still over your knees, sort of, and make a very nice wide base with the legs so that you can relax, right? Find your pose so that you can relax. It's okay to move a little bit and just change and see. And then let's take a few breaths, slow and gentle. And now let's lift up. So we're pushing from the left palm to slide up through the center and to the other side. So when we are sliding through with the arm, of course, the shoulder is going to go away from the ear. So then the neck is kind of long. It's not crunched onto the shoulder. So let's move and relax on the other side and just breathe. Notice that your breath can go to the parts of the lungs that are usually down, but now they're a little bit up and they also move. Okay, and also push from the right palm and lift up. And now we're just going to go walk forward. I think you're going to remember we did this asana. And you're lowering your chest towards the ground and then your forehead, right? But you're also still, your hips are sort of over the knees. And this should be like stretching Yeah, find your poses. Like you can still again adjust a little and try to relax. And then slowly bring your palms like closer and start lifting your body back to this pose. And now we're gonna sit down to the ground. So sit with our hips and bring the legs forward. And let's do just a twisting pose here. So the left leg is going to be straight and the right leg is going to be over the left knee. Yeah. And we're going to have to rotate to the right. So right arm is going backwards and left arm is hugging the knee. Shoulders are relaxed. And we should just like take some time with our breath. So the waves of the breath can be very noticeable, right? When we are in a position, especially in a peaceful one like this. And you're trying to unlock with your breath the tensions that don't need to be there. So you're relaxing the teeth and the shoulders. So one more very deep inhale, feeling the lungs all the way. And then come to the center to relax. Let's bring both legs like this. You have enough space between the hips and heels. Okay, grab your knees. And let's do just a couple of curls. So again, here you inhale, you stretch open, shoulders down, chest up, chin up. Like your belly goes all the way between the legs. And then back curl down. Close your eyes and again find that movement that's really comfortable. And that's like almost sleepy. This is really working with parasympathicus nervous system, which is, rest and restore. When we're doing slow movements, coherent and breathing. Okay, now let's straighten the right leg and left one is going over the right knee to the other side. And the left arm is going back and we just hug the knee. We're not pressing ourselves too much into the twist. We just stay here and then as we breathe, the body will, just see where it is. Nice inhale. And then as we exhale again, just bring yourself to the center. And then bring your feet together and legs open, but the feet are not too close to the sitting bones, to this pubic bone. So we sit like this. Yeah, just bring the feet together, open the knees as much as they can. So it's okay for you, of course, if you're like a little bit tucked here, so you can help yourself with your arms to grab your under the knees and to kind of like try to push a little to move right from this part. Yeah. Okay, but otherwise the idea would be that we sort of go down, right? So it's okay if the spine curls, that's okay. So we are relaxing a little bit into the legs and into the hips. Yeah, so you can just keep on holding your legs and just keep on having this like weight of the body a little bit forward and the pressure to go down into the hips. So let's stay in a pose that we feel that it's like a little challenging but still relaxing. And then the breath can flow through the body. It's not, stopped. That's very important, of course. We always have this like one measure in yoga, and that's like how much the breath flows, right? How much we breathe. And I think also in life, when you have like a healthy breath pattern, when you're, of course, not even thinking about it, it's very good for health and for absolutely everything in the body to work and function the way it has to. And then slowly lift up to the center. And now we're going to do this thing we call double pigeon, but okay. So you bring your right leg like this so that your heel is not close to your hips, but it's open, right? And then we're going to bring our left under. So the heels are under the knees and they're crossed in the middle, sort of. Yeah, it's okay if your hip knees stay really high, because what you're gonna start to feel also as you try to lift the chest is like this opening of the hips, very deep inner opening. Yeah, is that okay? And Pavel, you can always use your arms, like grab your arms to sort of push a little bit forward. Yeah. Okay, so relax the shoulders, close the eyes, and just find the pose where the weight of the body is like doing a little bit of this hip opening action, as we call it. And then keep relaxing the shoulders and not fighting with the hip opening, but kind of like letting it sink down. So the idea with the hip opening poses is that you want to let the ground, like the earth, to pull the weight down, to so that we don't have the weight going upwards. So if your body kind of get adjusted now to this pose, you can move a little bit even forward your weight and then just start relaxing it again. Just still notice your breath. When we start thinking that something's wrong or that something is here that we don't want it to be here, right? When we go into aversion in our mind and body, then also our breath changes. It can be more like stopped or more shallow. And so when we notice that, we should know, oh no, I don't want to be in aversion. I want to be in acceptance and openness to the experience. And then from that acceptance and openness, I can choose, with my wisdom, whether I need to say no to something or I can stay open to something, right? So that's just the only difference. But we're doing that out of compassion, right? Okay, so let's just change the side. So we move a little bit back up and then change so that your left leg is sort of inwards or that just cross to the other side. Yeah. So that's the same thing. We can push up a little bit, help with the arms to find the place where the hips are being felt. I hope. I'm going to actually ask you later how you felt in this pose. Now close the eyes and start breathing. And sometimes these energies are very automatic, right? The aversions come automatically and we just automatically believe them. And then we are just all over in the aversion. That's why first we have to have awareness that happened. And then this our determination that we don't want to be in the aversion, but we want to be in compassion towards the pain or the condition. Keep breathing so that the whole body is breathing. And then slowly let's release the pose. Okay, and let's go lie down on our back. We're going to do a very nice circle here, which is also warming up, gliding. So it's very simple. It's 3 things on one side and then 3 things on the other. They just connect. So anyway, so straighten the legs and first just relax. Just really kind of straighten your body in the ground. Breathe in your belly. Relax the mouth and the teeth. And now the left leg is going to stay straight and we put our right foot onto the left knee. And open the arms to the side. And we're just going to do this twisting here. So we do it slowly and nice. So when the right knee goes over to the left, your head goes to the right. You can take an inhale here. And then you're going with your right knee to the left and your head is going to... No, the right knee is going to the right and the head is going to the left. Rotate the nose. So you're like rotating from the line that goes from top of your head to the heel of the straight leg. And then just go back and again. So just keep on doing this motion, right? Just twist. And then slowly through the center to the other side. Twisting with your hips and with your head. And again, find that comfortability of the motion. And, how the ease of movement is actually opening the body. Okay, then we come back to the center, and now lift this right leg, bring your left arm to your knee, and then bring your leg back to left side. This time just relax in this twist, right? So you can also put your brick under your knee, right? Under the right knee. If the twist is too deep, if it's too much, right? And then just relax. I call this a passive twist, right? So it's just lying, but it still works. Keep that joyful breath. Notice all the spots where the body is touching the ground and relax the body into the ground. Relax your face. It's a nice inhale. And then as we exhale, we roll back, lie on the ground. And now with our right arm, we grab inner part of the right knee and open the leg out. So, of course, the idea is not that it has to open all the way. The idea is just that we sort of open up a little bit into this hip. You can hold your arm resting on your thigh. And of course, the spine is straight and the other arm is just resting on the ground. So it's just like an opening a little bit of this side. You can find your pose. If the arm can't rest on the thigh, that's okay. And just notice that it should be 90 degrees in the knee, because if the heel goes in, then it's not the same thing as in the rotation of the hip. So go on and try to relax, and again the same thing, sink down, breathe. So in this asanas, we are kind of meditating with our body, because we are meditating with the bodily sensations that are present and that are changing, right? And the most important thing about meditation, it's right, of course, the first step is to be aware, right? It's to feel, it's to understand both our mind and our body. Of course, we can't meditate without that. That's why ignorance is the biggest problem when we are not present, when we don't have awareness. But then the second step is really to understand this non-judgmental point of view, which means that we just feel things as they are and accept them as they are. And for sure now we can do that, right? We can practice that. I mean, now really there's no one trying to hurt us or trying to, impose something. So we can practice this acceptance of bodily sensations. And now let's slowly straighten that leg and come again to the neutral pose, just lying on the back like in Shavasana, just for a moment. Notice the difference in the bodily sensations. Of course, it's a flow of constant change that we are observing. Okay, so now all three things to the other side. So first we have left foot on right knee, open the arms, and then slowly the leg or the knee, left knee is going to the right and the head is going to the left. And now through the center to the other side, head to the other side. And just find the continuum of the movement that suits you so that you're like, swinging but relaxing. And then come to the center. And now let's just bring our right arm to the outer side of the left and then twist 90 degrees in the knee, relax the left arm so we stay in this passive twist. So the left leg is looking to the right and relax, close the eyes. And again, allow the weight of the body to sink down into the ground. You're touching, your body's touching the ground and it's like resting in it, in the points of touch, of the contact. Notice your breath again. And then let's slowly again move back to lie on our back. And now we have this hip opening. So the left leg is 90 degrees in the knee and the left arm is sort of relying it to open up, but you don't have to use the arm. And the rest of the body is just straight. The neck is long and shoulders are relaxed. And keep on sinking. Breathing. Listen to your body. Allow it to speak. When we are judging ourselves constantly, then we never have this opportunity to allow our body to speak to us because it's being judged right away with anything that it says. So, of course, the body doesn't feel comfortable to sort of relax and let go of things in the atmosphere where it's being judged. So, we are now creating an atmosphere of compassion and understanding for everything that we feel so that it can open up. This is why punishment doesn't work. And now, as we're raising a small child, punishment doesn't work because then the child loses confidence in itself and in you and in the relationship. Because it's being punished, right? And instead, how we're trying to teach Nicola when he does something wrong is to show him that he needs to nurture the thing that he did wrong, right? To bring more attention there and to bring his love and compassion. So he pulled a plant that he should not have pulled. So now we are saying he has to water the plant to learn the importance of the growth. And this is how we can also work with ourselves. We are watering and nurturing ourselves instead of punishing and sort of judging. And now let's just straighten the leg. And let's just do one more thing. Bring your knees together, hug them, and swing left and right, massaging the spine. Also, the head is swinging. Because we've been lying on our back for very long, so that we can just wrap up. And now the happy child. So your knees are going to the outsides of your body, and then you can grab your ankles or even your legs or your feet, and you're sort of swinging like with one knee towards the ground and then the other knee towards the ground. So like you would be a child in a cradle, right? And also the head is swinging. So find the motion of this swing that is kind of comfortable and still massaging. And then slowly relax and straighten the legs. And let's just take a minute in Shavasana. So, like totally, how would you say, spill yourself over the ground, like you would be water. Inhale and exhale, relax. And still just notice, this very subtle, nice bodily sensations, maybe the sensations of relaxation. They are also present and we can be aware, and they're also changing, tingling. So how can we bring our mindfulness into our everyday life? So we said there are two steps. The first step is become aware. So become aware of what's happening, what I feel. It's the verb is to know, right? It's to know, to understand what is happening, what I feel. And then the second step is this openness to the feeling, compassion and acceptance. So we first have to accept the truth of how we feel, and then we can act on it and say, like, to someone, okay, this hurt me, this is my limit and you shouldn't cross it, like, for instance, which is very healthy to say no. Or we can say, okay, I'm hurt, I need to heal, or whatever, right? So then we can know what to do, but we have to have awareness and compassion and openness. In mindfulness, it's often called, these two steps are called awareness and acceptance, right? Okay, now let's slowly swing our palms and toes and stretch the arms over the head. And just go back with our knees and roll over to the side. After lying so long on the ground, we are very lazy. And then let's lift up. Just to sit and sort of just to wrap up. Let's go into our day with this nicely renewed bodily energy and gratitude. And namaste.